to the Spartan Update podcast. Today is Wednesday, April 26th, and it's a chilly 53 degrees. Today I'm joined by my fellow cast and crew members, Catie and Danny, and then we have our special guest, Miss Clark. Hi, Miss Clark.
Hi,
how are you?
I'm good.
I'm good. How about you, Danny? How you doing?
Pretty good today. Yeah.
So, Miss Clark, just tell us a little bit about you, what you do here at Ocean.
I am a business teacher at Ocean. I teach all the business classes, generally financial literacy, business marketing, a lot of the electives, business law, marketing, which is what you just said that you were going to college for. Mm-hmm. That's exciting. Why did you choose marketing?
I always wanted to do like education, and then like getting older, I was like, well, I don't want to do like kids and stuff. And then my dad like told me like I was always good. My dad told me I was always good at it, you know, whether it was selling Girl Scout cookies or lemonade in my driveway. And then like as an athlete, I was marketing kind of myself to colleges, and he was like, you're really good at this. And I was like, oh, like I could like go with this and roll with it. So I just decided to do marketing, and then it's a concentration in communication, so I could keep doing like this stuff. And then I'm double minoring in Italian and graphic art because I really want to get
so underachieving.
I really want to do like sports marketing and stuff, especially because in Raleigh there's just so many like sports teams and stuff. And even if it's not a sports team, I could like go to like the big leagues. Like my neighbor, she went to school for criminology, and she like works for Anheuser-Busch and like lives in a penthouse in Miami. And she was just in Dubai like last week for like a little business trip. I was like,
sounds like my weekend last weekend. I was in Lancaster, Pennsylvania at basketball games. Same difference.
Mm-hmm. But I really want to like travel and stuff. And then my sophomore year, I plan to study abroad. So that's why the minor in Italian helps. And then being an AP Italian.
Italy.
Yeah.
Where in Italy?
Anywhere.
All right.
Hey, Catie, this is about Miss Clark.
I'm getting there in a second.
I know.
Catie, did you take Miss Clark's class?
No, I did not.
I have her brother right now.
So being honest, I have no idea who Miss Clark is.
Sweet. I don't think you are either.
You're going to school for marketing. You didn't take a marketing class in high school?
I was supposed to, and then they like were like, oh, it doesn't fit with your schedule. And then because I had 2 APs, and then I dropped one, and they were like, oh, we'll throw you in marketing third block. Oh wait, you have to take math again. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was supposed to be in Trevor's class. You would have both of us.
You would. I don't have him in marketing. I have him in business management.
Oh. I think he was supposed to take marketing or something. I don't know. I don't know why he took business management.
He's good though. Yesterday he was actually very like part of the class. Yeah.
He's really quiet, and it's like kind of the opposite of me because I didn't think I'm like an extrovert, and then he's just like an introvert.
You know,
and my parents always like help him. I'm like, I can't. Like, there's nothing I can really do about it.
No, you can pinch him.
Mm-hmm. But you have 2 girls yourself that are here at Ocean. Basketball
3.
stars.
I have 3 daughters in Ocean. One's in 6th grade, and then the other 2. So sophomore and junior.
Mm-hmm. Do either of them have like college decisions yet? Like any colleges reaching out to them for basketball?
They've had a few reaching out, making some interest, but they want to play in college, so that's the main thing. I mean, I ideally thought that it would be more academic for them, but they really both want to play. That's just what they want to do, which is good because that's what they spend 100% of their time doing. So,
yeah, you just said you were in Lancaster, so.
Yeah.
Where did you go to college?
University of Delaware. Blue End.
I got waitlisted there.
Well, damn. Yeah. I think it's harder to get into now than it was when I was.
Clearly.
No, it is definitely a more difficult academic school to get into, but it was the best 4 years of my life.
I also feel like a lot of people applied there. And it was just
it's a big New Jersey. Although it seems like most people, which didn't happen when I was in high school, most people want to go south now. Everyone wants to go to South Carolina, Tampa, Miami. Everyone wants to just go far. No, I went to Delaware. Graduated with a business degree too. Logistics though.
Did you have to minor in education or anything?
No, I did. I graduated with business, gen ed business with a minor in operations management logistics. And then when I graduated, I got a job at Johnson & Johnson, and I was a forecast analyst there for like 6 or 7 years. Didn't like corporate America. Loved the company, but I didn't love, I was in front of the computer all day long, just doing database work. And then I went to school at night. They paid for me to go get my master's in education. So I went to Monmouth at night and got my master's in education. Got that, and then still wasn't a teacher yet. And I opened up my own business for like 10 or 11 years.
What business?
I had dog daycares.
Oh.
So we had 3 of them in Monmouth County. No, 2 in Monmouth County and 1 up in Cranford. And we would get like 100 dogs a day coming.
Really?
Yeah, so it was fantastic. It was fun.
What made you want to stop doing that?
I didn't want to stop doing that. My business partner at the time, he was a money guy. He was an accountant, and he was very entrepreneurial. He was so we were a good mix because I was operations, he was accountant. But he he knew that he wanted an exit plan to the business to make money and to sell it. Like I kind of wanted to do it forever because I loved being around the people with the dogs and everything, but he was always looking at the end game and trying to sell it. So he was actively seeking out people trying to buy us, which he did, which I resented at first, but then it ended up being fantastic because we sold in 2007, 2008, right before the recession, where we would have been in a lot of trouble had we not had sold it because it's a completely discretionary income type of business. When people are like poor, they're not trying to like dole out $400 a month so the dog can play.
Yeah. Did the new owners of the business end up getting in trouble?
Yeah. No, they did. So it was a big company that bought us. They had like 60 around the country. So it was a big, like it was more like a chain. I think they still have one of them open. But I think then other private people tried to do it here and there. But since we did it, this was like in 1999, we started it. Dog daycares are like popular now. When we first started it, no one knew what a dog daycare was. But I think that they're starting to make their way back. But no, they didn't. They ended up shutting down too.
Oh.
Yeah. So we ended up being lucky because we exited when we need to.
You have any dogs at home?
2 of my best friends.
Oh.
Both rescue everybody. Callie and Louie. Louie we got from the South, Louisiana, Louie. And Callie was my neighbor's dog who passed away and asked if I would keep her if anything ever happened to him.
What kind of dogs are they?
Louie's like a hound mix and Callie is a black lab.
Louie like Louisiana, nice.
Yeah,
you just get
good. Yeah. What's 1 plus 1? Good
fish. Yeah, I wish I had dogs, but I'm allergic. So
that's it.
I have chickens. Did Chef ever tell you
Just
about our
get
chickens?
one. I'm allergic to dogs. I have one.
Yeah, can't you get hypoallergenic?
I'm allergic to the saliva.
I'm allergic to saliva also. But
So make them wear a muzzle. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I don't know about that one. But like
Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, it'll work.
Once I like get older, I'm gonna get the shots for them, so you like become like immune to it.
Right.
But it's just like
You
I'm
can
sure.
get immune to it just by having it. Like
Yeah,
my
like
dog-
the more you're around it,
Yeah,
and it's like I tell my
exactly.
parents that all the time. They're like, we don't have a house for a dog. And
What do you mean? You have a house? If you have a house for chickens, you have a house for a dog.
Well, because our chickens aren't in the house though, so it's like.
But what do you mean you don't have a house for a dog?
Like our hardwood flooring, and I was like, okay.
That could be sanded.
I was like, and they were like our couches, I was like, get a new one. Like they're 10 years old anyway.
My whole house is destroyed for my dog. It's 100% destroyed, but it's so happy.
Did you read dogs when they were young, or how old were they when you rescued them?
Louie was a puppy, and Callie was 3.
Doesn't it suck having a puppy?
He was horrible. I would come to school. We have cameras, like video cameras at home. So I would watch Louie on the camera. And one time I was sitting in class and I looked on the camera and I was like, oh my God, Louie's eating my couch. Like he was literally eating my couch, ripping it. I just see foam flying everywhere. And I got so much funnier. I call my next door neighbor and I was like, do you know the Mafias? The Benners.
Yeah.
Their grandparents live next door to me. And I was like, their last name is Mafia. I was like, Mrs. Mafia. I'm like, I know, but I'm like, Louie's ripping apart my couch right now. I'm like, can you go over there and stop him? So I watched her on the camera walk into the room, and then Louie got like extra excited when he saw her, pounced on her, threw her against the wall. And I'm just watching all of this on the camera. And then I watch her like trying to stuff like the foam and stuff back in the pillows. It was just so funny because I was like watching it live time, and I had my students. I'm like, you guys want to see something funny? He ate a wall. He was terrible.
Yeah, when we got our puppy.
What's his name?
Archie.
He's like a floopy dog though, right?
Yeah. Cavapoo.
Yeah, it's not a dog.
We're not dog people though, so when we got it, it was kind of a struggle to have a dog. But we kind of put him in. We zoned him off, so we said you can't go past this area. We put up gates, and then he stayed in that area. And once he wasn't peeing in the house every time, then we let him roam throughout the house.
Does he have freedom now?
He does have freedom.
Who does he sleep with?
Mom, Dad.
Oh. Does he snore?
The dog? No.
Yeah, Callie snores so loudly. I have to sleep with. I keep like white noise on my phone, and I put it like right here because it's so loud and it shakes the bed and it's horrifying.
It shakes the bed.
Yeah. No, she's like 100 pounds of like just monster.
What?
She looks like
100
Cocaine Bear.
pounds?
What?
100 pounds?
She's huge. I honestly think she is a bear, because she's a giant. Hold on. Well, you can't. How do you get rid of the? Now I'm looking, but she looks like a bear. The other day we were at the beach, and she was in the ocean, and she ran out of the ocean. And I was like, where's she going? So she ran up on the beach. There was this giant dead fish on the beach. She looked, like how bear look like when they're catching salmon? Yeah. That's what she looked like. So she literally puts it in her mouth. My youngest daughter is like, Mom, get that away from her, get that away from her. And I'm just like, Lan, there's nothing I can do at all. Like, I can't do anything because I get grossed out too. Yeah. If I went near her, it would have just been a mess. So she literally is like running around the beach. Its eyes are on one end, the tail's hanging out the other end of her mouth. And then she literally, like within like 5 minutes, gobbled down the whole fish. Ate the entire fish, every piece of it. Landon's like 10 feet away. She's like, and then as Landon's doing that, I start cracking up because I couldn't stop it because I had no control over the situation at all. It was funny.
I was babysitting one time and like my ID fell out of my wallet and the dog ate my license. So it was $25 to get a new one.
What kind of dog was it?
A golden retriever. Some like mix. I don't know, but it's like mainly a golden retriever.
She eats anything. Like when we go for walks, like she like manages to find everything on the ground. Like the other day we're literally just walking down Freehold, which is like it's not like where there's restaurants or stores. She picks up an entire slice of pizza. There was just a slice, and she's walking with it, and she was too scared to like drop it and pick up bites because she knew I would pull her. So she just kept it in her mouth until she was able just to eat the whole thing.
Yeah, my dad works at the sheriff's department over in Freehold, and they have this one dog, Sky, like one of the search dogs, and she ate a whole pizza by herself.
A whole piece of what?
Like a whole pizza. She like, because she's tall enough to like get up on the table, and she grabbed the whole thing, and they were like, what is that noise? Because all you hear is like the chewing, and it's her like halfway through the pizza. And they're like, just let her.
Let her do it at this point. What does it matter?
No, I really want a dog. My parents want a Dalmatian. Because my mom had one, so it was like she just wants one again, and then my dad's like, well, I'm a firefighter, so it'll make me look better. And I was like, they're so hard to find nowadays.
And they're hard to find, and I don't think they're that easy.
No, and they get really big.
I think people say they're dumb.
I have no idea.
No, get a rescue dog.
Yeah, but my mom used to have one, and then it died like right before I was born, so I never got to like be with the dog.
Yeah, every kid should grow up with a dog.
Yeah, I didn't have one.
Yeah, well,
I had a fish maybe.
Child abuse.
No, but I want one. It's like a goal.
You can come for walks with me, with my dogs.
I'll bring food and drop it.
If one more person says to me when I'm walking my dogs, because Louie's probably about 75 pounds and Callie's about 100, and every person stops as they're passing me, like, who's walking who? Like, I never heard that before. Good one.
Well, it's so funny. It's like when people make fun of my last name, I'm like, wow, so funny.
Yeah.
You're Trevor's sister? So funny. I get that all the time. But, yeah.
Where did you get your dogs?
Louis I got from Pet
Louisiana, Pigo.
What?
In Louisiana.
Maybe you should listen.
Yeah.
No.
This was like 10 minutes ago.
Louis was we were on Pet Finder, and we found him because at that point my middle daughter, Caden, was really, really into Grey's Anatomy. And there was a litter of dogs that came up on Pet Finder from Louisiana, and they all come with names already, and they all had Grey's Anatomy names. And so we were like, oh, like this is meant to be. So stupid. But so he was from Louisiana through some organization, maybe like Wagon Inn. And then Callie, like I said, my neighbor died. So then Callie came and lived with us.
Mm-hmm. Is your youngest daughter any good at basketball?
No.
Not at all.
She won't play.
Oh. Is it because her sister's playing and she wants her own thing?
No, I don't think she wants her own thing. Are my kids gonna watch this? Is this live to people?
No one really watches it.
Right,
no one really watches it.
Because
sometimes people watch.
Because they were just so competitive that I think they scared her away from being competitive. Because they're only a year apart and she's 4 years younger.
Yeah.
Does she play any other sports like soccer or anything?
She really hates it. Like really does. She did stage crew this year and she loved that.
Yeah.
She loves art and stuff. So she loved that.
It's like very different from the sports.
Very different. It's easier as far as being a mom.
Not a lot of money. Not a lot of
travel. Money.
No travel.
So bad that when she had to do, she the night before they did Rock of Ages at the middle school too, and she's like, I need all black because the stage crew has to dress in black so they're not noticeable. I'm like, she's like, I need black sneakers. So I was like, all right. So she had an old pair of sneakers. I was like, all right, I have black spray paint. We'll just spray paint them.
No one will know.
No one knew.
Throw them out after.
But no, she wears them, which was upsetting.
She still wears them?
She rocks them, yeah, which is upsetting. But no, she has no interest in basketball.
Maybe that's good for her or something.
Probably.
Maybe she'll find something else.
Hopefully.
Because I didn't start playing field hockey until 7th grade. So it was
I'm hoping she does something sport-wise because I think it's easier with friends if you play sport.
Yeah. That's how I met my closest friends.
Yes. So do you do travel field hockey?
Yeah.
Are you playing in college?
Mhm.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, so I went down in November for like an overnight, and it was like fun, but I was sick. And then the girl I stayed with, her roommate and her like didn't talk at all, and the only decor her roommate had was like those glass stained like crosses, and I was like really uncomfortable.
Sweet.
And she kicked my air mattress at 1:30 in the morning. I was like, you?
And she what your air mattress?
She kicked my air mattress because I was like in the middle of the floor, but I was like far enough away from the bathroom door, and she just like kicked it towards my head, and I was like,
why'd she do it?
who knows? She said it was dark.
You were in her room.
Yeah.
Probably. But like,
On
if she
her
had a problem
floor.
with me staying there, like tell her.
So do you have a roommate already?
Yeah. So originally it was 4 of us commits, and then they ended up doing like 3 more, and then 1 dropped, and I don't know. But the 4 of us originally decided to room because it's like a Jack and Jill room, so it's like
That's
a
so nice.
dorm, bathroom,
Right.
dorm. So I don't have like a community bathroom, but I'm rooming with my friend Nora. She's from Massachusetts. I
Yeah.
actually just met her this weekend, and then my best friend Meg is also going to Meredith, and she lives in Brick.
How do you know Meg?
Field hockey.
All right.
We play club together.
That's so fun.
And then this girl Charlotte from Maryland and stuff. So
That's awesome. Those are still my best friends. My one's from college,
yeah.
not from high school. So
Not
sorry,
high
you
school.
guys probably won't be friends anymore. You'll never
Bye.
see each other. Say bye.
That's what's like kind of upsetting about leaving high school, but also nice is like I'm so over high school, but it's just like some of these people I'll never like Danny. Like, am I ever gonna talk to you again?
No.
Like,
Watch you guys get married. No.
Yeah. Nothing
no.
towards you, Danny, but
No, I loved high school.
Mhm.
I loved high school. I had great friends in high school, but
Mhm.
I have just I don't know. I have no interest in. I think you can't force friends. So
yeah. And also, I feel like since it's coming towards like the end of the year, I'm like over it.
Right.
So it's like I don't want to do school anymore. Like I kind of want to like go do my own thing.
What's your favorite class here?
This semester? Probably none besides like this one because this one's like easy. But last semester, I don't know. I feel like this year was just like weird. I don't know. I used to love math and then I got bad at it. So now I'm just like here.
What math did you get bad at? What?
I was in AP Calc this year by accident. They
With
put me
who?
in Stabinsky.
All right.
So really loud, and I had like our valedictorian in it, and like the top like 20 of my class were in it, and I'm just back here like ranked like 80 something, and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. And then they let me drop it because it was like it wasn't like a forced failure drop, but it was
Right.
like you're not supposed to be in it. So now I have Willems, both are really loud people, but I mean I'm doing fine. It's just like I don't want to do it. you
Right.
know?
No, that sucked. You didn't have to take a math your senior year either, did you?
You
They
don't?
were like
I
no,
don't
they
think
were
so.
like it looks
Why
better.
am I
That's
taking
it does
college
look
prep
better.
math then?
Honors what?
college prep.
I'm not in honors.
But college prep is at least very useful math.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
why I took it.
Yeah, it'll help you. Because I have kids in my financial literacy class that don't know. Like, if I were to say to you guys, the bill is $45, what's 20%?
Yeah, it's
Do it without a calculator.
It's like
Thank you.
nice, Pigo.
I was gonna say like 8 something.
Like,
I'm
Pigo's
thinking
in
of when I get my
class
nails
also.
done because my nails are 45, but I always have like 15.
That's-
She takes her time though, and I'm
yeah,
there
but
for
that's a big
I'm
tip.
there for like
That's
2
like
hours.
30,
Yeah.
over 30%.
But then she'll like give me a discount the next time, and I'm like, but
yeah, I get my nails done a lot too.
these are my real nails, so
My nails, when I was in college, I had a friend who said my hands look like little boy construction
that's what
worker
people say to
hands.
my hands too. That's why I started growing my nails out, and I'm a really bad nail biter. And someone was like, "You have little boy hands," and I was like,
I do have little boy hands, but I don't bite my nails. They just don't grow.
"I bite my nails."
Danny
like
has
crazy.
pretty hands. Very ladylike. You
Wow.
do have nice hands. What are you
Wow.
studying in college?
Business.
Business what? What do you want to do?
I'm business undecided right now.
Oh.
So I'm hoping I'm gonna figure something out.
That's
Wanna
what
go to
happened
college?
with me though. I took my one class, I took all my classes like finance, accounting, all the intro ones, and then
Uh-huh.
I took logistics and I loved it. And then like it just made sense to me. So that's why I stuck with that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a plan, but
Right.
I think I'll figure it out.
Marry
in
rich.
4 years.
Yeah,
Marry rich.
That's my goal. Where are you going, Danny? Tell the viewers where you're going.
University of Rhode Island.
Wait, someone else is going to Rhode Island for motion. I just heard them in the hall.
Paige Volvic. There's
Nope.
Paige Volvic, and then there's Reagan Luton.
Reagan. Yeah, that was what I heard.
Mhm.
That's exciting. That was one of my choices. It was Delaware, Rhode Island, or Rutgers.
That's what I was between Delaware, Rhode Island, or Rowan.
Oh, you know what? Maryland also, but I didn't.
Maryland.
Maryland's campus was too big.
Yeah, they're very big.
I
I was gonna apply to them, but I didn't.
Ben Robinson's mother went to Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
He's committed too. He's what, a
Mhm.
sophomore.
Yeah,
Go him.
yeah. But doesn't that mean though, like, can he?
He can like
He
decommit at any
decommit,
time. 'Cause
yeah.
it's just verbal.
And
so.
it's good anyway because then it puts him on the radar.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's probably why I did it.
yeah.
Mhm.
Or maybe he likes the school. Yeah, go Ben.
I would never stay in Jersey. Oh, I'm so far out of here.
Why though? I don't understand.
I love New Jersey.
I do too.
I
I'm going
don't
to Rhode
like.
Island
I
'cause it
don't know. I
reminded me
feel
of New
like
Jersey.
I feel like with what I want to do, I feel like Raleigh's just such like more opportunities and like a greater like path. And then also like my parents are moving,
Oh, where are they
and then my
moving?
grandparents, South Carolina.
Oh.
They're gonna because next year they're gonna start building a house. So when Trevor graduates, they're done.
Right.
'Cause-
I feel like everyone moves to South Carolina.
Trevor wants to go to Charleston, but like I've heard like a lot of people transferring out of Charleston. So I was like,
I just saw one of my old students yesterday in Wegmans who just graduated last year from Charleston. She loved it.
he wants to do like
And
history
they're
education.
Back in New Jersey.
What?
And they're back in
Yeah,
New
she
Jersey
is back
now.
in New Jersey.
My dad said it's like a curse. Like you just come back to
No,
ocean.
because you want to know why though? Because I say this to everybody. It's because clearly it's better.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
people come back because of everything that's good about it. We
Mhm.
live in like one of, I've traveled around the world.
Mhm.
I mean, Delaware's not far away. Delaware was close, but like I've done other stuff. Even my older sister lived in London for 15 years,
Mhm.
and she still says New Jersey's like one of the best
Yeah.
places.
Mhm.
I get upset when people say,
I don't like when people hate on New Jersey.
yeah, me neither.
I'm not hating on it. I'm just ready to start somewhere else
Right.
that has
Do you
like.
think you're
better
going to end up? Well, if your family's down in South Carolina, you probably won't come back.
Yeah.
No. And plus, like, I have family in Raleigh, too, which is also why I picked Meredith, because it was, like, a home away from home. But it's
Right.
just, like, it's such a fast, rapid-growing city. It's, like, maybe I'll be successful there.
Is it anywhere near a shore?
3 hours.
Yeah,
I'm
that
going
I'd
from
have-
5 minutes to 3 hours. But my parents are moving right on the beach, so
Okay.
hopefully. I don't know. But my grandparents are following them, because my grandparents are my neighbors, so they're going to build a house, too.
Your grandparents are your neighbors here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so nice.
So that they live where my dad grew up, and then my house, we redid in 2010. It was my great-grandpa's house.
Oh my God,
So-
you guys are like the
So
Kennedys.
you guys are ocean.
yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
My dad always stayed in Ocean. He never went away to school because he like knew he wanted to be a firefighter
Right.
and stuff, and like worked for the sheriff. Or he worked at JCPenney's for like 15 years. But
No,
then my
it
mom
doesn't
was from
exist.
Brick, and it was like Brick, Ocean.
Right.
So we picked Ocean.
Smart choice.
It's a better option, yeah.
Yeah.
Your
Mhm.
parents, everyone, well, your dads,
My dad, my uncle,
Yeah.
my other uncle, my
and
grandma.
everyone's here.
Everyone's. My uncle has a house in Florida. Both of them are in Florida now, but they also have their houses still in Ocean.
Are you playing soccer in college? Does that
Nope.
upset you?
Yeah, sucks.
Why aren't you?
My knee
That
kind of
sucks.
messed up my recruiting. Yeah.
What about like club? Would you do club or?
No, there's no point.
Why?
It's if I'm gonna play, I want to play like I don't know
A
the way I
division?
play. I'm playing like as hard as I can. I don't
Yeah, but
feel
you
like,
can play club as hard as you can and like go nationals with club.
Yeah.
Like I've known people that do that, and they.
Yeah, but then I'm not like playing for anything. I feel like I'm just playing to play.
I know,
like-
but don't you love the sport?
Yeah, but I feel like when I play here, I play for the school or like
You'll be playing for Danny Abrams.
Period.
I guess maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll try to walk on there. I'm still
Yeah.
playing travel right now, which is good, but
You can make the team better. You can make the club team go to nationals.
Yeah, seriously.
My faith.
maybe I'll consider it.
Is Rhode Island? They-
D1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are they good?
I have no clue. Maybe.
Try to walk on.
D1. Yeah, doesn't hurt. I've got this whole knee brace on though. It's kind of funky. It's
Mhm.
wild to run around.
So
with.
you can't play without it.
The doctor said I should keep it on for a year. I've had it on for like a year and a half.
Uh-huh.
And honestly, I was like about to take it off, and then another one of my friends tore their ACL, and it kind of
Oh.
just, in my head, it just destroyed my confidence of
It's
getting.
Probably
back
my
to it.
biggest fear with my kids is that they put in 150% of their
Exactly.
whole lives into
Exactly.
basketball,
Mhm.
and like one little thing, like I've seen it happen on the court so many times in
Yeah.
front of me. Like
Mhm.
someone will like just miss, like ankle gets slightly torqued, they land
Exactly.
and they tear their ACL or the
Yeah.
meniscus or whatever.
It's like Haley Morrow. She's in this class right now, and I was supposed to. We were playing a game, like a field hockey. It was like a scrimmage or something. And I was supposed to sub her, and I couldn't. And then, like 2 seconds after I called her name, she tore her ACL, and I was like, okay, maybe that's on me. But I hurt my knee like sophomore year. They said it was like an MCL strain, and then just never got better because I never rest. And they were like, well, you can tear it at any second. And then January, we my club team went to Florida for a tournament, and they were like, why aren't you going? I was like, I didn't sign up. They signed me up for it, and I didn't know. So I ended up going, and then it was like 3 games in, and I like fell really funny. I like fell on my knee, and the trainer comes over. He goes, well, I can't feel your ACL, and I was like, you're kidding me. I couldn't walk. I had to like, we were supposed to go to Disney that night, and I was like, I can't go, Mom. So it was like really scary, but
So
I'm fine.
What
I know
happened?
What
Did you ever
happened?
have to?
I came here and I went to my orthopedic, and he was like, it's just an ACL and MCL strain. And I was
Oh.
like, oh, okay. He was like, take a break for a month. And then I went to practice that night. So I
That's
just wear a
not
knee
smart.
brace. But
Do you still wear a knee brace?
mhm.
Yeah, no, that's always my biggest fear with them because I feel like I would lose my mind because if they it's probably harder on. Okay, that's not true. It was probably so hard on your parents to watch you though.
Yeah.
Like it makes me panic thinking about God forbid something ever happens because my kids would be devastated.
Yeah.
I'm also like scared to play in college because it's like, what if like my first or second game I just do something and then I'm stuck, like, you know, because Meredith wasn't my first option. I'm obviously going for field hockey, but it's just like,
yeah, but you want to be down there anyway.
Yeah.
And everything happens.
My dream school is right across the street. North
Right.
Carolina State's
So
right across
then
the
you
street. I could always transfer out, but then it's just like, at that point, it's like, I don't know. Would I like stick with Meredith if I like it that much, or like no because I picked it for field hockey?
You know what? Everything happens for a reason. I mean, I sound so phony when I say that, but I mean it though.
Yeah.
Like you don't know.
Mhm.
Like, and you can't prepare for stuff at all. Like you've no idea what's gonna happen like tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, so I would say just go with it, be positive with it, and something good will happen with it. Is he telling us to stop?
I think that's a great way to end the podcast right there.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Miss Clark, for joining us on the podcast today.
It was nice. I wish you had taken my class. I like you.
Thank you. Am I better than Trevor or what?
Yes, much.
I'll let him know.
Thank you. No, he's a good kid.
Alrighty. You want to end this, Danny?
You got it.
Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you, Miss Clark, for coming on the podcast, and we'll see you next week.